Hey guys, welcome back. I'm doing some leopard paw prints and it was totally inspired by my thumb as I'm showing you here. I was looking at it afterwards and I was like, oh, that kind of looks like a paw print. Let's try and do that. This is not something I've seen before. I'm sure people have done it before, but I just never saw it. So that's why I wanted to give it a go. And I'm showing you all the colors I'm using. These are candy paints. You can get them off AliExpress or eBay. And the tools I'm using is just a basic gel brush, a dotting tool, and this very, very fine striping brush that I trimmed down to like almost nothing. And I'm doing this on a practice nail, quite a large practice nail, just so you guys can really see what it looks like. So I'm starting off with the soft pink gel, and this did take like 2 layers, I think. Of course you can use whatever color you want. I did some nails, as you saw in the beginning, with like pink, white, and black, and blue and pink, and just you can do whatever you want. You can go all wild, and it's really, really fun. So I've cured this first layer for a minute. Now I'm going in with the second layer to get it really opaque. And you will see me remove the dispersion layer of this gel after I cure this. I do this basically to prevent the gel art from bleeding into that dispersion layer. So that's why I remove it. If you would go and apply a top coat, I would recommend not to remove the dispersion layer, but it's what I'm doing for this video. So now I'm getting the purple and my dotting tool, and I start off by creating some sort of a heart shape. Trying to find a good angle for you guys. Like a heart shape, which would be the paw, and just 4 dots around it that would represent the toes. It's a very, very basic paw print. It doesn't really look authentic or anything. It's just your basic kind of paw print, and it's very, very easy to do. If I can do it, you can as well. Sorry for being out of frame for creating the other heart, but I just basically do the same. I created 2 paw prints on this one nail. Of course, if you're doing a very short nail, you can just leave it at the 1 paw print and just go with that. But I flash cured the paw prints, the purple gel, so I was sure it was not going to move once I start applying the black. And you know, this takes time, but it's easy because you can really mess this up. You just have to outline parts of your design. It's not supposed to be outlined like fully, just parts somewhere. And because it is supposed to look messy and all over the place, you can really mess it up. I mean, if I can mess it up, you know. And I'm outlining the paw prints first before I start filling in the nails, the empty spaces and whatnot. And I do cure the outlining that I'm doing right now. I did flash cure that for like 20 seconds, which I forgot to edit out of this video. So be prepared for a moment of nothing happening. Okay, so here we go. Nothing is happening. I'm so sorry, I forgot to edit this part out, but I'm just flash curing it, making really sure that these black lines don't move when I continue on with filling in the nail. And I start by just creating some larger like C shapes and just like the shapes that will be around the dots, and you know, just some larger pieces of that, and filling in everything else with like tiny lines, tiny dots. And I'm just using my striper brush all the time because I feel like even a smallest dotting tool can sometimes make very large dots. So this very, very thin striping brush would be, you know, pretty safe to use. As you can see, I'm not really having like a system or anything to fill in this. I try to move my brush a lot from changing directions in which the small dotting lines would go, so it doesn't look too, you know, synchronized. It has to look messy. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with this. I cured it, and I'm using a matte top coat this time too, because I was really curious how this would look with a matte top coat. So the cool thing about this is you don't really notice the paw prints. You really have to study the nail before you notice it. So yeah, I kind of like this. So I hope you like this too. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!